London Palladium. This is the end of an 18-month tour. Yes, this is my own music I've tragically made myself. What follows is the thoughts of a madman fueled by cod liver oil and coffee on what we lived through in 2020 and 21 and still recovering from now, bastard Wuhan virus fuck. And here to break it down for you is the man himself. Make some noise with the Essex variant, the one, the only, Russell Kane! Yes, Palladium. Yes. They've let the pikeys in for one night. Let's fucking spoil it. Cunt! Ruined. Think of all the nice things that have happened here. Cunt! Hey, have that, Palladium. I tried to dog shit earlier. Good. I'm only joking. What an honour to be here, my God. What an honour. And I don't want to sour the mood, but one of my idols went on today, so I hope he's looking down at me, watching me gig. Absolute fucking legend. Watch this gig, Barry. This one's for you. So, thanks for coming out. The Palladium, the pissheads delaying it, of course. Where are those fuckers? This gig's been sold out for a month. Where are they? Flash bastards with too much money who dislike me, and they bought the seats to fuck me up, right? He's filming it. He's filming it, Gary. So the prime shot is going to have 2 empty seats. He's going to... I can't stand a jumped-up little prick. And now it's going to look like that. He fucked up Radio 1. It's not Nick Grimshaw, Norman. Who am I thinking of then? It's the homosexual one. No. The cross-eyed one. No, that's Russell Howard. I just fucking spunk 50 quid on that. Oh... It's fucking good to be. It's good to be here. Fucking hell, look at this. Fucking Len, the governor in the front row. What's your name? It's what? Toy. Look at fucking Toy in the front row. I bet you put a few bodies in fucking concrete, ain't ya? I don't give a shit. Make it fucking go away, or I'll make you go away, you muggy little cunt. Toy, chill out. It's not good for your art. Fuck my art, Caroline. Nasty bit of work. Look at that. He's fucking... just come out. I bet you still got a tag on, ain't you? Right? Over from Spain for the day like that. Fucking yes, mate. Name's Pablo. Fucking hell, the Dyson, they called him in the day. He used to hoover so much up in the disables. The fucking Dyson. Fucking London, fucking London. Do a gig in London. I grew up Essex and London, Enfield, technically. What the fuck is Enfield? What is it? Neither London nor Essex. It's sort of nowhere, innit, at the top, hanging off like a wall. That's where I grew up. Not even Enfield, but Brimsdown, yeah? And the thing is, like, when I gig, there'll be Northerners that have had a fucking day trip down, excited because they're on the train. Oh, look at that. That must be where the toilet is. There's a toilet on the train. Oh, we're going forward to London. Mugs. Huh? Oh, it's so busy and exciting. I live up there now. I married a bird from South Manchester. She was in the front row. Fell in love with a bird from South... Different times, Ty. It was only 10 years ago. I wouldn't risk that now, would I? 10 years ago. Now it would be like, oh, you know, there's a problematic relationship, a bit younger than me, girl from the front row. You wouldn't risk it, would you? 10 years ago. Get in a fucking van, normal. Some people laughing, some of the women like, I'm not sure if that was ironic misogyny or not. I'm just, no, I'm not comfortable. Cover me in copies of The Guardian and tell me when this bit's over, Olivia. Oh, you're in deep shit. My stopwatch didn't start. You're in deep, deep shit. Murray, I need another stopwatch now, and no one's going home. And, oh, you laugh now. You won't be laughing when you need a piss in about 80 minutes. But I've got fucking cystitis. Yeah. Fucking shut Grimmy up. It's not Grimmy. I don't give a shit. I'm pissing myself. Do you know what? We've got a lot of Northerners in, I can hear that, but it's so... The reason I moved up there is because as soon as you have a baby, if you marry a Northern bird, right, or girls marry a Northern bloke, it's so much more friendly up there. Everyone chips in, everyone's in your house the whole time. It's annoying at first, But when you got a kid, it's fucking useful. Down south, everyone's like, it's too much hassle, the roads are busy, weeks in advance, needs planning. I don't use the spare room, I'm going to live alone, I want to be eaten by cats. I just want to die in silence. That's living down here. Up north, Ty, it's like, oh, there's a fucking someone different in the house every day. Lindsay's parents stay over. They live 15 minutes away. They stay to... Sometimes the door up. All right, my name's Barry. I've not met you before. I'm Lindsay's uncle. Don't go in there. I've had a shite. You cunt. It's the friendliness, Ty. You'd fucking hate it, mate. You would fucking... You'd go right under your fucking skin, oily little fucking muggy jumped up cunts, right? Do you ready? It's just a character. Why the C word? The C word's just not necessary, is it, Fiona? It's just not necessary. It'd be just as funny without the coarse language, wouldn't it, Fiona? And it's a characterisation, if that helps you to relax into the swearing. No, but sometimes, you know, when you're in a hurry, has anyone tried to live up north from the south? And it's moved so slowly, I feel like I'm a fly in a documentary, like... If you're getting a coffee and the train's going, just serve it. And I'm like that in the queue. We bounce. Londoners bounce while we're waiting. Come on in. Fucking have it. Tea, 2 sugars, mug. Right? There'll be 3 people in the queue. I'll be with you in a second. I'm just chatting to Barbara about her new grandchild. Really? How are you going to do that with a broken throat? Right? You're going to have to move, Ty. You've turned me violent. Right? The other way is watching Northerners when they come down for the day to London. Have you seen them try and order an espresso? Little angry Italian go, who's next? They serve everyone at once. Feet from my teeth. You. I want espresso. Cappuccino. Everyone, come at me. Oh, fuck it. Let's just have a cup of tea round the corner. Do you know what? I've been so looking forward to this because you finish the tour in London. This tour was never supposed to be a tour, right? I was in the middle of a perfectly good show called The Fast and the Curious, which many of you would have seen. And of course, something happened, which you would have remembered, in March 2020. And I went out, when it was distance gigs in 2020 and all of that business, just practicing. And I was the only comedian who went out and talked about COVID in jokes. Backstage, a lot of the comics were like, they don't want to think about COVID, give them a night off. But I was convinced there were belly laughs in the gaps, you know? That's what people got to understand about British people. There'll be lots of non-Brits in the audience tonight. We laugh at the things that fuck us up, not out of disrespect, as a way of processing, yeah? We're like the Irish like that. Go to an Irish funeral, there's tears, but there's more laughter. Britain's like that about fucking everything, yeah? Best gig of the tour. Which night do you think it was? Apart from this one, of course, London. It was the night Queen Elizabeth II passed away, right? Now, I got a call from my manager, Danny, right? He's so cockney he has to pull himself along with the traction of his head, right? Don't worry, he only uses 15% at once, robbing bastard. He was like, show's cancelled, put your gym jams on. That's what we were told. 5 p.m, the death of Her Majesty is announced. You get a call. Do you know what King Charles immediately was? Do you know what he said? All shows go ahead. All artistic events, the show goes on. Fair play to him. I was in my gym jams. I shat myself, right? I know there'll be some people in the room that have got questions about the monarchy, but it was a time of national morning, and I had to go on stage, 1,600 people in Manchester, 200 didn't even turn up. Peter was sniffing Imodium. He was so nervous, right? Snorting, you got another fucking line of it, please? Right? Peter's like, shall I do my Paddy Jihadi stuff? Don't do that tonight, Peter. Not tonight. Best gig of the tour so far at that point. Why? Now, Americans, if there'll be some Americans in the audience, good evening, American friends, where you give us a whoop. There's loads of them over there. There we are. That was one of the quiet ones. You from the States, or were you just chucking out a fucking Tommy Robinson? What was that? Fucking Tommy Robinson in row 2, like that. Fucking yes, mate. Have a little march. Fucking hell. Cheap train from Luton, was it? You're not from Luton, are you? Yeah, back in Bedford, yes, mate. March, 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 march. Crush your head, march. March, 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 march. Crush your head, march. And, the gig was banging. Now, you British people would expect that, but you wouldn't be able to explain it. It's because the American people, if like a president had been assassinated that day and you went on stage, the gig would be awful because they're already letting their emotions out during the day. They're processing, okay? I'm processing right now. I'm connecting to you, right? Whereas we're unable. We squash it down, don't we, Ty? Don't talk about it. The demons, yeah? Down, down, down. We need alcohol, laughter, or party to release it. That's why when the shit hits the fan in this country, we run over to the fan and dance next to the shit. It is the way. Rule Britannia. Yeah. Nothing all week, no exchanges, no conversations, party at the weekend, liver reset, back to work. That's the way we go. Monday, dry bread, eat cereal, didn't even talk to the wife, stayed in the spare room. Wednesday book, Thursday film, Friday, 9 pints, smash up a bus stop, back to work on Monday. England. That's how this got turned into a tour. People kept asking if you got any more, and in the end, 60, 65, 70 minutes, I'm like, it's a fucking show. I'm taking it on the road. I did not dream it would go past, it shouldn't have gone past the end of 2020. What are you doing? Banging on about March 2020. But the hunger and the need to reflect on what went on is getting stronger. Do you not feel it? Whereas when I was in the eye of the storm, people were ready to laugh out of fear, to laugh away. Now we're ready to laugh, to reflect and process. That's what we do well in this country. And I built up tonight. I mean, what an honour to play it. And I said to Lindsay, I was like, right, we're having a holiday at Easter. I want a full fucking reset. I want to hit the ground like fully fucking recharged, not in Duracell. So we went away for a bit of sunshine at Easter. Did anyone else go away? Anyone go anywhere warm? Anywhere nice? Where? Canary Island. Was it good? Because it's like, is it Tenerife? Well, I thought of Ventura. A bit windy in it. 21 degrees. Lovely. Yeah. No beaches. And now my daughter, Satan, Minna, is when she was 6 months, I put holy water on her head just to check. I was like, if that fucking sizzles, I'm gone. And like most of us with a child under 10 years old, you're like, what is the shortest flight to sufficient heat, right? Easter's dodgy, innit? You tell yourself it's warm in Spain, but you know if you see your missus with a cardi on in the evening, you failed. I just put my cardi on. Holiday's fucked. It's cold at night. Admit it, Becky. I just put in my cardi on, then the holiday's a piece of shit. You might as well just throw a shit at the hotel if you've got your cardi on at night. By the way, my manager sat there going, where's the fucking show you're supposed to be performing? Not one syllable has left my mouth yet of what you've paid to see. The people filming it must be shitting themselves. Not one syllable. This isn't some shit I've written. This is me telling you about my holiday I got back from last week, right? Listen. So, there's basically, I know Canaries, but you're looking at 4.5 hours, and sometimes it can be a bit nippy, right? So, 3.5 hours, 35 degrees. There's only one place, Marrakesh, Morocco. There is no other place, right? So I'm like, we're going Marrakesh. What is the best 5-star? We'll fucking book into that. But not 5-star, comes from a working class councillor, say 5-star. What does that mean? All-inclusive. That's what it means. Now, sometimes it's good to go all-inclusive. If you're on St. Lucia or Fuerteventura, you don't exactly want to go driving through the mountain, but it is height of moron, isn't it? If you're Marrakesh is like side streets, independent spaces, restaurants and excitement. No, I'll be staying within the walls of the shithole 5 kilometres out of town, please. Once that band goes on a British wrist, yeah? It's you versus the establishment, right? And only one can leave in profit. Only one. I'll eat shit I'm allergic to. Give me lobster claw. Stick a fucking biro in my throat. Do a tracheotomy. I don't care. Buckets. But, and this is the reason, the long-winded reason I'm mentioning this, so I can talk about milking, and it was not 5-star. You know when you go to Spain, you go, it was 5-star, Spanish 5-star. Do you know what I mean? Spanish 5-star. Well, this was Moroccan 5-star, right? I tell you what, day 3, I kicked 2 of those fucking stars off the wall, right? And put them in the lukewarm, bony World War II soup, fuck-shit soup food they were serving us, right? And the most foul, rank, depressed bowls of food. No meat, can you imagine that? Fucking, I grew up in Essex, my dad was a bodybuilder, meat boy, protein, yeah? We didn't have an oven, my dad just headbutted the lamb till it heated through. Right? No meat, all of it on the bone, Ty. Could you imagine? Turkey, it's fair enough, it's a Muslim country, Ramadan, so they serve lots of turkey. On the bone, how'd you fucking get bone in a turkey? The fucker's just a lump of meat with wings, right? Have you executed it like that? Put it in, phew, fucking that's it, Ras El Hanout, it's done. Lukewarm burn. This is the bit that only the Brits will understand. The Americans will be pissed off by this, right? But are any from any other countries in at all? Any European countries? From Italy, right? Yeah, what's your name? Francesco. Let's check. Dove in Italia, Francesco? Perugia. He's telling the truth. Speaks Italian, right? So, always best to check. All the ladies are like, yeah, where is he? Just shut up for a sec, right? So it's not fair, is it, lads? He's like, my name is Francesco. Okay, just don't finish the sentence. So, you're like that. You're fucking like, I'm right fucking in you. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Uber's not surging. I'll take you to Travelodge. Smash you in if you like. Right? Francesco, right? So to Francesco, all-inclusive, absolute madness. Yeah, but to go to Italy all-inclusive, they don't get it. The resort was full of Italians, French, Germans, and a few Brits, and they were fine with the tiny portions, ruining it for the greedy Brits and Americans that were there. They served it to you with a fucking spoon. They went, served it, and I went, can I have some more? What do you think he said, Ty? What for? What for? To insulate the freezing cold fucking pool that's just ascended my nuts into my mouth, you type. And then half of us got ill, of course. And that's why my point about tonight, it was touch and go tonight, right? Touch and cloth would be a better description. Not only that, but I did play fighting with Minnie the other night. This finger's got like a mild fracture in it. Put it this way, if you're left-handed and you're fighting food poisoning, that is not the injury you want, with your finger permanently doing that. A cresting food poisoning finger, right? Without going into detail. Who are the people that always get ill on holiday? That's me, always. Always. There's iron guts in the room. Who's the iron gut? Iron gut or always ill? Normally, it's one iron gut, one always ill in a couple, yeah? And I can't stand the people that never get ill. They fucking wind me up. Oh my God, I've had some raw chicken. I'm going to go running with the street children. I've never had such solid stools. I feel amazing. I had a sealed sandwich, Gatwick Airport, shitting liquid day one. How? All I've got to do is see the boarding sign. Boarding, shat myself, shat myself. Anyway, good evening, and it was one of those. Let's take it to Netflix, the new panel show. Is it a fart? Let's find out. Never mind, you don't get the money. It's a young man in the... How old are you? Right in the centre. How old? 14, bloody hell. And who are you here with? Just your dad, yeah? And what's your name, Dad? Lee. Of course it is. One syllable's fucking enough, isn't it, Lee? Lee. You know when the head comes out? Lee. What's your name, young man? John? Who? Charlie. Oh, right. That's all right, Ty. It's just his name. It's just his name. It's just his name. Ty was like that. Where? Who's? This fucking old Bill Rose. See? Hold it down. Hold it down. Ty was like that. Well excited. I won't go too far with you, young man. I get it. Got a full family over here, haven't we? Mum, dad, daughter, son. Where are you? Give me a wave. We're okay? What's your name? Oh, great. And, anyway, we're in shit now. Fuck. Anyway, so there's a whole family over there. I can see him because what's your name, mate? Yeah, mum, dad, father, son. Not you there. You're in row C. You fucking eager. Look at you, presenting the vulva like that. Do you mean me? Thanks, mate. Thanks a lot. It's a new stopwatch just to save your asses. Thanks a lot. No, the reason I was a bit cautious about that's why I was asking if there's any young people there. I thought I saw a full family over there. I have to be careful with the teenagers in with their mum and dad. You know, it's like a safety check. And the reason being is it's a different gig. Now, you know, Ty, I won't be rude, Ty, but you've got to be late 60s, right? Got to be. 65, mid-60s, yeah? Mid-60s, yeah? That's what it says on the ID he currently holds. And me and Ty can have a bit of banter. There's no problem, is there, Ty? Absolutely no issue. But coarse language, Mrs. Ty not offended. Now, if I was doing that 10 years ago, do you know who walks out? Silver-haired, older lady. That's who walks out. Normally comes to the front of the stage. The husband's like, it's not you, young man. You're using some coarse language that we didn't see it on ITV. It was a bit much for Barbara. She prefers the medical word. Vulva. You don't need to say it, Barbara. Right? No. Really polite Ty. Dead like, it's not your fault, young man, but we are leaving. It's a bit much for her. Now, these people now, if they're still alive, are in their 90s, right? So they don't really come to the theatre anymore. They've gone to a better place. So now the oldest people in this room are in their 60s and 70s, unless there's anyone in their 80s in. Give me a cheer, anyone in their 80s, right? So they're in their 60s and 70s, unoffendable. Not a problem, Ty. Do you know why? Because your generation, you were the first ones to fucking welcome in alternative comedy. You were the ones who fought Mary Whitehouse and gone, come on, it's just sex, chill out, Mary. You were the ones that made everything art. Oh, it's a shit on the stage. Let's kick it. I am an anarchist, right? This was the generation that fucked things up. You forget. Just because they got white hair and specs, they were wild, right? Wild. It's this lot we've got to worry about tonight. Oh my God, I've been triggered. I'm going to the foyer. It's my safe space. Right? I can't even do this bit without a risk of damaging you. And listen, I know it's uncomfortable, right? If you're spending your life going, oh, what are they doing now? Pronouns, recycling. Trust me, it's a good thing. It is the job of that generation to make you uncomfortable and change your... I know it winds the shit up out of you, but once upon a time, you were those young people who wound up the old... Open a newspaper from 1850 on a microfiche in the library, old technology. You will see the young people today don't respect our values. They'll ruin them. That is the way of the world. It ain't about pronouns and recycling and all that. It's about young people changing and moving things forward. You might hate the shit out of it, but trust me, if they weren't doing it, you'd be living in North Korea or some shit like that, right? So be careful what you wish for. That said, the difference this day, young man, Charlie, is Instagram and social media. It has poured petrol on how sensitive these young people are. And I'm scared for them. I'm scared for these teenagers. Have one day off a week. Just one. Do you know what I mean? Where you like open the window on a Sunday and go, I fucking hate Belgians. Something mild. Just to balance yourself. What do you want for dinner, Charlie? Meat, animals, or wankers? That's more fucking like it, boy. How do they get anything done? That's the thing. Listen, if you are, there must be people in this room aged 17 to 21. There's loads of you. I saw some of you when the lights are up. You're being quiet over there. Who's aged 17 to 21? Give me a cheer. Are you joking, mate? I didn't ask for your IQ. Oh, right in the front here. No, you're not. All right. The lights are bright, it's not a compliment. And, no, but what I mean is, it's no point in changing the world if you're in a constant state of being miserable about more things to be changed. You've got to balance it with living your life. How'd you get anything done? How, Charlie? I'm just going to pop down the shops. All right, son. Oh, I'm offended. What happened? What happened? What happened, boy? You all right? Oh, it's just all the paving stones were square. Okay. What's wrong with that? Well, that excludes the possibility of a triangular paving stone. And I just can't live in a world of binary paving. Shut up! Not paving. That's all right, isn't it, paving? I'm actually praising. You're to change your... If you listen to the words, Charlie, right? I'm praising. But the one thing I do worry about, is anyone a bit older than that? Anyone sort of 18, 19? Yeah? How old are you? What's your name? Molly or Holly? Still sounded the same, doesn't it? And the point is this, you might go to university, maybe you will. Sounds like you're from around my way, so probably not. But when you are doing your BTEC in beauty, whatever it is... Listen, Chav is my first language, I can say whatever the fuck I like. It's my culture, okay? It's a bit nasty for me, that, wasn't it, Pete? There's nothing else. Yeah. No, but the point is, Molly, whatever you do, there's something called straight edge now. If you're a bit older, you wouldn't even heard of it. Do you know what straight edge is, Ty? It's where you're proud, you don't sleep with anyone, you don't take any drinks or drugs, and you're totally focused. Now, I'm a father of a daughter. No one would be happier than me if my daughter came home at 18 and announced she was straight edge, right? That said, if you're going to uni, and I'm the first one out of all my 21 cousins to even get an A-level, let alone go to uni, right? It's about the social education, right? Learning in halls, learning to live, learning to interact with the opposite and the same sex. And then what the fuck is a student party like now? Mine was chaos. Everything was going on semester one. I was entered so many times. It was like a game of Kaplunk. It was crazy. It was Vajganistan, right? It was unbelievable. What is a student? Is anyone at uni at the moment? 18, 19, 20. What is it like? What is it like with lads? How was your holidays? Oh, yeah, it was great, Ollie. Respected myself and women all summer. High five. V-sign intact. Give me some skin, bro. No contact though, obviously, viruses. And I've given up sparkling water because I felt even that was a way of giving in to a buzz. And I'm just so focused on changing the world now. Fuck off, right? What is a student party like? I'm just so tired. It went on till 2 a.m. What are you doing? Were you having a rave? No, we were on change.org, and my hands are just so tired. There's a Pizza Express in the high street without a gender-neutral waiter, and we're gonna get it closed down, man, right? It's not fair. Waiters, not haters. Waiters, not haters. And what happened to Molly? She looks unwell. Oh, yeah, no, I just kept having these avocado shakes. What, drugs? No, avocado shakes. You know when you have so many healthy fats and it's really heavy, but they put cacao in, so it was so moreish, and I couldn't stop drinking them, and then I had a pecan, and it's the last thing I remember. My first weekend of university, my first week, my mate poured a sambuca into my bum crack, lit it, then drank it out. Week one. Week one. Still got a scar. Now, listen, COVID was a bitch, yeah? It fucked me up big time. Look at this job. Everyone in this room suffered because of it, right? But some professions were more prone to being messed up by it than others. And this one, can you think of a worse job to do than your job description be? I mean, for your job to be shut down, right? Then your job description to be to pack as many people as possible into an unventilated old council building, and you have one goal: make them go ha in each other's faces. Ha, ha, ha. Shat myself, yeah? Got no savings, I've got no pension. Typical man, I'm not getting a pension, that's old thing, I'm not doing that. I've got no pension. No, I'm a moron, yeah? Do a tour, loads of money, buy a watch, do a Maldives, spunk it, repeat, nursing home. That's my business model. I'm a moron. I've got it, I spend it. This fucking kicks in, Ty, yeah? Massive show-off mortgage, no pension, no savings, bum gravy, bum gravy. Can you do a wee-wee from your bum? Yes, I can. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. The first good thing that I can think of that happened was everyone stopped talking about sodding Brexit, which was already boring me shitless at that point. But it wasn't the boredom that bothered me. It was working class families and communities against each other. I can't stand that. Same in my family, same in your family. A fake division. This is the most important issue of our time, whether we're joined to Brussels or not. It weren't though, was it? A few months later, turns out, is my nan able to breathe and have I got a job is slightly more fucking important than am I joined to Brussels or not, right? Sorted your head out pretty quick, that, didn't it? We are not a country that divides and has a go at each other. It's got to stop, right? I like to think in this room, if I'm doing my job right, and clearly it's getting better, I'm filling the Palladium, there should be a mix in here, right? A mix. when really good comedians, Kevin Bridges, Catherine Ryan, Michael McIntyre, there'll be a spread. People that vote Brexit, people that vote Remain, Labour, because that's what you want as a comic, right? And I like to think I could sit down with someone who thinks the absolute opposite to me, and I would be interested. Your opinion is not less valid than mine, or mine than yours. It's just different. Anyone who contributes, who puts shit in, has got a right to say what they believe is best for their family, full stop, right? That's it. Simple as that. I draw the line with people that don't put shit in, but want to put poison in. From either direction, those people I won't listen to. And I'm thinking of my Uncle Darren, name not changed, even for the recording, right? Yeah. All I want to do is have a sensible discussion. No, you don't. Why is there a baseball bat in your hand? A sensible discussion. This one fucks me off. From him, not from any of you. I would listen, but from him, I want to take back control. Of what, Darren? Of what? You ain't worked for 5 years. You smoke weed above the Chinese takeaway in your studio flat. Your girlfriend's a sock, right? I want to take back control. How about you take control of a part-time job 1 afternoon a week, you lazy twat? How about you take control of that? Oh, it's not worth it. The benefits are too juicy. It's not worth working. It's not worth it. And then me, I keep my mouth shut because I'm clearly in a privileged... Yes, I come from a mother and baby shelter first, then council flat, then council house, right? But I realise I'm confused because I'm now in a position of privilege, but culturally, I remain joined to where I'm from. Very confusing. Like anyone who might have come from another country or something and feel culturally mixed, it feels the same for me. But I still keep my mouth shut when I get this. It's all right for you. You got plenty of that now, yeah? Yeah, you don't know what it's like. This is what I was getting in 2017. I haven't worked for 5 years because of the Romanians. Oh, come on, Darren. Nah, I've not been on site for 5 years because of the Romanians. That was it. That's how he shut me down. He's gone fucking quiet lately, though, Palladium, yeah? Yeah? Plenty of jobs now, Darren. In fact, we need people to work. You can go and get a job. Everyone's gone. Oh, I can't. My back's fucked. Funny that, isn't it? Funny that. No, the doctor said my mental health can't take a 9 to 5. Fuck off. That's who we became. One of two. Either my Uncle Darren, take back control, or my cousin Lottie, who's got a vegan pink fringe up to her hairline, yeah? Pale face, lives in Shoreditch, yeah? Oh my God, I don't even think we should have countries. Even the idea of a country is fascist. Don't you agree? Let's get rid of borders. Let's just let everyone in and share the wealth. We've got enough. I'm going to grow my pubic hair into a teepee for Syrians to live in. Oh, come Syrians, live in my thatch. Syrians in my pubic thatch. Oh, look, here's a Ukrainian family nestling in my feminist armpit hair. I'll feed the Afghan children with my teat. I'm lactating hummus. A miracle. I better do something amazing on Instagram for likes and pretend it's altruistic, you fucking fake bell-end shit. Right? Do good. Don't do good for likes. That's not good, is it? That's good for you. And that's what we became. I think I've been pretty even-handed there. I'm not mocking either viewpoint. I'm mocking how hateful we became to each other. And we were all a little bit guilty of it. And that was us, Ty. March 2020. You're ruining the country. You're nothing but a communist. You're a fascist. Communist. Fascist. And there was a little knock on the door. Guys, do you want to stop fighting? Some fucker's just eating a bat. Right? We need each other. And that was the end of sodding Brexit, wasn't it, Ty? Then the real virus showed itself. Once we made our elderly safe and our people with pre-existing conditions, the vulnerable people, a lot of men in my family in denial. Well, I haven't got any of the high-risk symptoms. I'm 56, I'm exactly the same as when I was 23, same genes. They're under your arse cheeks though, Danny. Right? I have none of the high-risk factors for COVID that I can see whatsoever. Once we did the important stuff, made sure we were safe, then the real freaking virus kicked in, didn't it, Ty? Which is, how the hell am I going to earn a living when everything is shut? Unless you were unlucky enough to be a key worker, in which case it was off into the war zone to care for our sick and look after our children. The rest of us shat through the eye of a needle thinking, how are we going to earn a living? Right? It was no different from me, because as we've described, I'm financially irresponsible. And people were like, it's World War II. Who thought it could go on for 7 years? Panicked, thought this could be 7 years. They said it's like World War II. It's like, what if it had been 5 years? If you were self-employed, as I am, it was particularly scary, wasn't it? Any other self-employed people in? Yeah. What do you do? Recruitment consultant, right? It's a bit gangster, wasn't it? Do you work for Ty? I recruit the people that work the doors and stuff. And what about you? You what? A talent agent? Oh, fucking hell. There's not much here tonight. There's nothing left, just a husk. Oh. Any other jobs, self-employed, what'd you do? Yeah? Hairdresser. They had it so horrible, didn't they? They stuck him in so much gear, mask, visor. I can hear you if you just point me in the right direction. Lockdown 2. I've got a 2-metre scissor, so I'm now compliant. It was like we'd done something wrong for being self-employed. Every boy and girl in this room has been raised on the British religion, which is no longer Christianity. The British religion is own your own house, start your own business. It's fed into every one of us. Work for yourself, own your own gaff. Really, not that important when you think about it. Get a job you like, rent a house you like. It's not the fucking end of the world if you can afford the rent. But we grow up feeling like we failed as people if we don't own our own house, start our own business. Well, don't even look at the furlough cash. Look a fucking way from the furlough cash, March 2020. You self-employed piece of shit. Look away. Terrifying. Anyone else in trades? Any electricians? Carpenters? Yeah, carpenter? Yeah, what's your name? Francesco. Oh, Frank, you're the carpenter, Francesco, are you? Just like the Jesus himself, the carpenter. Yeah. That's if Jesus had been Italian. I think he technically almost was, wasn't he? Yeah, probably, of course he was. He was from Milan. And any joiners? Joiners? Roofers? Yeah, roof up the top, of course. Just checking it out. Yeah, lovely work. Lovely. Nice finish. Any plumbers? Yeah, where are you? Anyone near the front? What's your name? Mike or Jordan? Oh, 2 of them, Mike and Jordan the plumbers. You know, when you're self-employed, like Mike has been told from when he was a little boy, you work for yourself. I'm Mike, I do what I like when I like. The Republic of Mike, Mike Limited, I'll work for me. See that? What time I got on site? Midday. Why? My name on the fucking van, do what I like. I'm Mike. Republic of me, Mike Limited. I had an affair with someone at work. It was me. I wanked in the sink. I'm Mike. There's only me. I work for myself, I do myself. And we were punished for that attitude. I shouldn't have picked a plumber, I should have gone with a carpenter. Plumbers obviously able to claw back money quite fucking quickly. All the builders are, now that everyone's gone home. Do you remember before Brexit, it was like, I'm Polish Peter, I worked for 9 hours for no money, not a problem. Look, bloody stump, I continue, right? Now we've got Darren, when I finish my spliff, yeah, I'll be back on site in about 20 minutes. Builders are like that, can I have an estimate? Kiss my ring and I may come back to you in a couple of weeks with an estimate. Do you want to buy a gram of grout, gram of tile grout, 60 quid? I've got 2 plumbers in my family and they are the wealthiest people I know, Ty. Do you know why? Let me explain it to you. If you had an electrical emergency when you got in, not an emergency, the light bulb exploded, right? And you thought that circuit's dodgy. Do you just switch it off in the garage and call someone in normal hours on Monday? Or do you do a 2 a.m. emergency call out? No brainer, innit? It's not on fire. You wait till Monday, right? Same with anything else. Carpentry, right, Francesco? If a joist goes, I'm not going to call you at 2 a.m. I will call you on Monday if that's all right. Plumbing, different kettle of fish, innit? 1 drop of water. Quickly, Ty, get the plumber out. They fucking love it. No one messes with a plumbing emergency. Do you want me to see an impression of Mike and 200 quid? Do you want to see an impression? Right? This is his house. This is his front garden. Ready? Call out. Let me do it again. Hold on. Some of you missed it. 200, 250, VAT, old lady's house. Off we go. She's a vulnerable old lady. She's living on her own. Off to the Maldives we go. Did you do that Reiki plumbing, Mike? Reiki, your first hour just hanging out with a pipe. Just checking its energy for the first billable hour. Oh, it is late, isn't it, love? Don't worry. How old are you, 85? How much will it be, Michael? This is the one that winds me up. 120 plus VAT. Does she look VAT registered to you? She's not. Oh, thanks for giving me the net price. Really relevant information. Let me just get my VAT number, you robbing fucking deceitful twat. Right? Plus VAT. Who gives a shit about plus VAT in this room unless you're an actual building business? Yeah, oh, I spared this one. Yeah, I'll have a couple of biscuits, please, love. Do you live alone, do you? Fuck. That's like 6 and the fucking bonus. Right? It's all right, don't cry, darling. I'll walk you to the cash machine. Don't cry. Scum. I'm only joking. I've got 2 in my family. I love to see working class people doing well. I'm only playing. It was a time of division. A time where young people had a different experience to old people, right? Have we got any teenagers in with families in this section then? Anyone in? I'm looking for a mum, dad, older child. No one at all. Are you in with your mum? Oh, are you? Fucking yes, mate. That does count. What's your name? Ollie. And what's your name, darling? Shelley. Ollie and Shelley. I thought that was your geldem. She's quite fit. Do you know what I mean? Look at Ollie's like that. Yeah. I could be out with my men, but I'm out with my biatch, my mum. Hang on, that. Your mum's still being cool. Used to call me on my landline. Oh, my knees, Ollie, get me up. Out with your mum. Your mum's your best friend. Your mum's your mate. And Ollie's best friend is his mum. And oh, Ollie, I think that's the worst. 20 is the worst age to have been. It means you were at 17, 18 when this shit kicked in. Horrible age. Young man, about to go out, and it must have been, you living at home still, yeah? Yeah, but you were at home through that, weren't you? And did you have a lock on the door? Come on, Mum, these are... Shelley, you should have put a lock on the size of him. He could join the army and fucking kill a man. Put a lock on his door. But, Shelley... It's just, 3 lockdowns. You must have had a couple of near misses, Ollie. You must have. Seriously. Dinner's ready, Oliver. Hey, Mum, what are you doing? I was just tidying up. What's happening? What, man? Just looking for some stuff. Sorry, didn't mean to. I'll take those socks. Don't touch them. Don't touch them, Mum. What's your name, Mrs. Ty? It's what? Claire and Ty. I felt sorry for the young people, and they got a lot of stick, Ty. They got, they'll ruin it. Do you remember what people said, Ollie? They'll spoil lockdown, they'll be out. Ty knows the terminology. They take memes or whatever it's called off a top tick. I know the fucking terminology, Claire. That's the gear they do now, memes. Shove it, God knows where. And, but they weren't. I'm sorry to disappoint you. If you don't believe me, Google the stats after the show. The least arrested, most well-behaved, most impressive age group in this country were our young people, aged 16 to 21. It blows my mind. But they were like, no, we're gonna discover the technology, follow the science, make a joke out of the masks, make it fun. Taught us about house party and Zoom and all this shit. Incredible. We always slag off our young people all the time, but they fucking bossed that lockdown. I'm sorry, they did. The stats speak for themselves, right? They did. No one ever praises 17 to 21. You got your whole life ahead of you. I'm not suggesting everyone else didn't have it tough. Of course. All the people, women that had to give birth, people with wombs that had to give birth. Sorry, didn't mean to offend anyone. It was tough for everyone. But imagine being that age and being locked in. Fuck that. He wasn't watching Mr. Tumble up there, was he, Shelley? And then he had to go to the pub, socially distanced groups of 6, the first summer of pulling, ladies, and our young men had to learn about consent and interaction by sitting in social groups of 6 with other boys. Impossible. Have you tried flirting from 2 metres distant? Excuse me, love, you've got nice eyes. I can't hear. Nice eyes, you bitch. Listen, get in the van. It's violent. Scarred. You didn't get to get out there. You didn't interact with females. You didn't learn about body language. No, we're having a conversation, aren't we, at the moment, about men, right, ladies? Much needed. But don't you worry about this generation. How could they learn that stuff when they're locked in? What's going to happen? I'll come back to mine. I hope you've got protection, Ollie. I certainly have. 2 lateral flow tests. You dirty fucker. How presumptuous. That's it. Do both my nostrils at the same time, you dirty bastard. And we had the, don't worry, I'm not going to talk about fucking vaccines. Do you know why I'm not going to talk about them? Not because I'm gutless, but because I can't bear anything that feeds this, I'm team A, you're team B. There's no team A and team B in here. There's a lot of team C, my lot, too tired from working to give a shit about all that. We never get a voice, do we? There's people in here that had 1 jab because they're like, I can't be fucked. That's my team. And I admit, I smashed it in me, 3 of them. Why? Oh, because you care about the NHS and the government. No, I would have gone onto a knitting needle with domestos on it if it got me to Ibiza. That's as far as my thinking went. I'm sorry, if that makes me a moron, I'm a moron. But I had a fucking great time, yeah? Oh, you should have done your own research. No, I wouldn't force anyone in this room to take anything, but you don't get them to force me to do, you need to do your own research. No, I don't. I don't have to do jack shit. I enjoy doing no research. In fact, the closer I get to a drug I know nothing about, the more excited I get. Sorry. I wouldn't push that on you, so you don't get to push on me. 2-way street. I would fight for your right to protest and say no, but you don't get to say, watch this 6-hour YouTube video. You don't. Right? If I'm going to defend you, you stick up with me and then we come together. Do you see what I mean? By respecting what each other think. Yeah, but don't you care about that? What about the risk? I spent my 20s licking pill dust off the floor of Pasha. Do you think I give a fucking shit about an injection? Pussy holes, right? Bang it in me. Oh, it's got a 1 in 100,000 risk. We took shit that was a 1 in 10 death rate. Let's have it. See you at sunrise, pussy holes. Don't push it on anyone. I describe only myself. It's the way forward, trust me. If someone is not endangering you or someone you love, then why? Why put poison? Particularly if it's a family or a community member. Just respect their difference. It's literally the job of comedy to bring people together, so I'm obviously going to be biased. But that's just my viewpoint. The only thing I thought was funny about the vaccines, only one funny thing, is that even the people in the room who were like, the vaccine's the best thing that ever happened, we have to support it, even those fuckers, right, still didn't want the British-made one. That I found hilarious. Yeah, of course I support AstraZeneca. British vaccines for British people. Have you got the German one, mate? Right? Because German shit works, doesn't it, Ty? If I saw a Union Jack on an injection, I'd be like, you're all right, mate, you're all right. So how did you find it? Seriously tough. So you got to uni. Did you have a normal first semester at uni, or was that spoiled? It's not. It is more important, right? I'm passionate about, particularly about young men. I do a lot of work in this area. I don't think you realise what's going on with young men at the moment. It ain't easy. I'm not banging the drum and trying to make it all about men, ladies, right? But look at the statistics after this and you'll see I'm not talking shit, right? We have an issue. And I'm wondering, if they've been, you weren't out dating, what do you think they're watching in that bedroom? They're watching pornography, right? And sadly, I'm not being anti-porn and fuddy-duddy, but it's Americanised fake sex, right? And not you, obviously you're an intelligent young man, you're at an arts event, but you've got to admit, some lads aged 18 to 21 watch that, and they think that's what shagging actually is. That's not British shagging, is it? Yeah, what's your name, mate? Bob and Sharon. Bob and Sharon. Southend, are you? Arlo. Bob and Sharon from Arlo. Anyone who pronounces the H gets knocked out. Pretty sharpish. No, but it's not real sex in porn, is it? We're old enough to know the difference. Real sex is, Bob has a squirt of his Ventolin, waits 20 minutes and goes for it. Goes for it in diligent silence until the job is done, right? But these youngsters, I'm worried about this age group. It's on the WhatsApps, It's every. You can't. At your age shouldn't even be available. I know I probably sound so old-fashioned. It's because I've got a kid in it, but it worries me. You know, the little girls and boys. It's on their WhatsApp. It's on their iPads. It's the specs are coming next. You'll be on the train. What are you watching? The football. Oh, you fuck, right? And the porn's not real. It's American sex. Oh God, yeah. That's how Americans do it. That's not us. Like a seal being injured. Oh, yeah. Oh. Try that in your tiny fucking terraced East End house. You can hear the fucking foxes next door, Claire. They got foxes. I know I'm making a joke of it, but if you are an 18-year-old girl or you've got a daughter who's 16, 21, speak to them. There's a lot of men, right, Molly, who now think weird shit is normal. I'm not against weird shit in a consenting couple that have been together for a long while. I'm talking about a first date. They've been watching, oh God, put your fucking hand in my mouth. Oh. You what? Yeah, put your fucking fist in my, that's it. Right, listen. Allow me, ladies, to speak on your behalf for 1 minute, okay? I can almost guarantee you that 99% of the females in this room, or when they're going to bed for the first time with a gentleman, do not want a fist shoved into their mouth, right? I'm sorry to break it to you, lads, right? I'm not talking about established couples. That's a different thing, yeah? Done a bag of gear each, go home, choke yourself out. Fine, absolutely standard behaviour. Fucking shit myself then, come round, fuck's sake, right? Different. I'm talking about young people, early encounters, and the normalisation of this misogyny. Oh, God, yeah, there's nothing in the mouth. I checked on Wikipedia. Oh, that's it, yeah, right on my fucking tooth. Yeah, there's nothing there. No hair anywhere. The men either. No eyebrows, nothing. Just eggs. Oh, yeah, I'm a fucking egg. Yeah. You must shit yourself the first time you saw body hair. Mum, she's got COVID. It's an eyebrow, Oliver. Ugh. 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 It's not right, is it? It's not British. Yeah, and the blokes. The American blokes. Got any American men in tonight? They talk during the porn as well. Yeah, you know that voice? It's like, you know when a man sees a chihuahua outside Tesco's? Yeah, do you like that? Yeah? You fucking here for daddy? Yeah! You look at the chin for daddy? Yeah! No. I'm sorry. Am I wrong? Like, is that how you secretly want to be spoken to? Have I fucking lost my mind? This is the worst bit, Ty. They talk to each other. Yeah, do you see what I'm doing? You fucking see that? Yeah, I see it. Do you see? Yeah, I see it. Yeah, having a chat. Disgusting. Imagine fucking Ty and Claire going at it like that. Do you see what I'm doing, Claire? Just say that. It's no more than you deserve, I'll tell you that, man. I see what you're doing, Ty. Get on with it. The Ocado van's due in 20 minutes. Weird, isn't it? That's how you do feminism in an interesting, engaging way. It's a little plea for... It's different. It's not real life, lads. If you are a young man watching this, just have a think, okay? Because you could do something to change your life, that's what I'm saying, right? Have a think. And it was the old people as well during lockdown. Like, I'm lucky enough to have 4. At lockdown, we had 4 crusties in place. Generation above my mum. 4. A full fucking set above my mum. That's who was the most arrested, most non-compliant, naughtiest age group. Check it if you don't believe. Any nurses or doctors in? Any nurse, doctor? What type of doctor are you? An anaesthetist, And well, you'll know when you're working with old people above 90, they can be some of the most difficult, willful, I'm doing what I like now type people. Any other doctors or nurses in? Oh, really, in the front row? What type of doctor or nurse are you? Nurse, are you? What type of nurse? I just realised I just had a face-to-face with a doctor. I let that go by then. Fucking hell. It shocked me. It might be an anaesthetist, but I'm having that. look at that, in the wild. They are like us as well, Ty. I wondered if they had extra hands or something. Am I going to get knocked out by a receptionist in a minute? It's not 8 a.m. Maybe it's not a real one. Maybe you've been brought back to life after being synthesised from amber or something like that. We've taken a doctor from the NHS, a strand of DNA, to recreate a doctor that will actually be available. Welcome to NHS Park. My granddad, my mum's in. How old's granddad this year, Mum? 92, 93? Where are you, Mum? 92? 92. So my granddad's 92 this year. If I'm lying, Mum, shout out. My granddad's actual words, you need to stay in. I'm nearly dead, fuck off. Out the house. What are you going to do with that? No stick, no dementia, walking like that, full head of hair. You've got your mask, Granddad. Is it Halloween? Pussy out. Out. No shit's given, full head of hair. Still plays bowls just to get near the geldem, right? Lindsay's granddad, another level of hard bastard. Lindsay, as well as being a mank, no, Sally can wait, I will look back in anger, fuck off, as well as being a mank. She's part Ukrainian and part Italian. My life is shit, Ty, yeah? She's like Joe Pesci in a wig with Vladimir Klitschko's anger. That's what I live with. Lindsay's granddad, 94, 95, Linz, and he's no stick, no dementia, walk to shops like this, yeah? Lindsay, how old was Andre when he did the pointing on the side of his house? Was he 85? He went up and he created like a pulley up the side of his house, repointed chimney with cement like we did in Ukraine in old day. Back down, aged 85, repair myself, no dementia, ex-boxer, bent nose, Vladimir Klitschko face, hard as fuck, bald head, right? Andre Snitchny. A surname so hard you attempt to spell you have stroke, right? What a character. My granddad by marriage. What an honour to know a Ukrainian from the first time around. I know we're welcoming new families now, but you forget there was a round one in the 40s and 50s, and that's when Andrea came over. He only just in the last 10 years admitted to being Ukrainian. Used to pretend to be Russian because he was terrified that the family would do a family research project and put us in danger. Scared of soldiers that are long dead. Decades said, that's how fucked up it was back then. Hitler came first. If you remember, the Nazis came first. Shooting up the gaff. After that, who rescued? Do you know your history, Ollie? Do you know your history? Who rescued the Ukraine from the Nazis? Who won World War II on the Eastern Front? The Red Army. You've not been rescued. If the Red Army come, that's like running away from Ted Bundy and getting in Jeffrey Dahmer's car. You have not been rescued. Oh, that was a close one. Where are we going? Dinner. Oh, nice. Why are you putting parsley on me? And famine, that's what followed, if you're interested. It's called the Holodomor. Look it up. You should know about it. Killed as many people as the Holocaust. Starved the place out. Your grain is not your grain. Punishment for keeping one box of rice, a whipping, or death. And Andrei Snitchny, my granddad by marriage, the man responsible for my beautiful wife and now my beautiful daughter, of course has Ukrainian blood, was the only one in his family to get out alive. That's not an exaggeration. Cousins, aunts, uncles, mums, dad, everyone. The only one survived by eating frozen, leftover bits of harvest, God knows what else, came up through Belarus, up through France, arrived in our shores, welcomed, not sent to Rwanda for a little all-inclusive, brought in, welcomed, trained up as an engineer, worked his whole life, taking late retirement in his 70s and lives in Chorlton, cum Hardy, Manchester. To this day, Andrei Snitchny, no dementia, walk without stick. Right? Now, we had to say to him, there's this virus, Andrea, okay? You need to stay in and protect yourself. Hands, face, space. And he said, I beat Hitler and Stalin, I'm going to Morrison's, fuck you. And that was the end of that debate. That was the end of that little chat. Still chose the German one, though, vaccine. It's funny, isn't it? Only British people, American people in the audience would find it so hard to understand. If there's the American vaccine, I'm having the American vaccine for American people made in the goddamn USA, man. Bang! Oh, yeah. Vaccinate. That guy. Whereas Brits, it's weird, isn't it? We love our country, but we don't trust anything. It's like being married to someone we not really love anymore, but we kill them if anyone hurt them, right? That's what it's like being British. And we love to slag off where we're from. Every single town that you lot are from tonight, if you said I'm from Harlow and I started to praise it, you go, shut up, it's a shithole, you patronising twat. That's the same for any country, same from me. If I went, I lived in Southend for ages and you tried to praise it, I'd go, shut up, shithole. It's like a sign of pride, slag off where we're from. I bet even King Charles walks around Buckingham Palace going, what a shithole, I can't stand the place. Get back in the cellar, Andrew, get back in the cellar. Yeah? And turn that R. Kelly down, you nonce. Nothing wrong with laughing at what scared you, right? Some of it now that was so scary at the time is the funniest. Who remembers being scared of an Amazon parcel? That happened to us. Don't touch it, nobody fucking touch it. Did anyone touch a parcel? Nana touched it, I'm gonna have to take her out. Look away, boys, look away. She would have turned, she's like, ah. Don't let her bite you, she's gone. Stuff that Mr. Boris did that was so ridiculous. At one stage, for 2 weeks, it was legal to walk but not stop. Do you remember? Legal, illegal, legal, illegal. What the fuck? That wasn't Netflix. That happened to us. Minna was 5 at the time. I'm going to pick this daisy, Daddy. Keep moving, you're going to get us both fucking shot. Keep moving. It was a confusing time as well. What do you do for a living, Claire? From? Bank manager, retired, yeah? But there were teachers, nurses. Did we find out what type of nurse she was, did you say? It's what? District nurse. If you don't know what that job is, must have been one of the most upsetting jobs to do, because your job was literally to connect with people that can't be connected with. You probably had to see some things through window. Imagine the fucking 2 years this amazing lady had, and yet you were expected to keep up with the rules. Getting emotional, right? Don't get emotional. You're expected to keep up with the rules, and one day they change and you're a hero, and next day you could be nicked for having a sandwich in the park. Was someone this exhausted supposed to keep up? Oh, we've got a nurse here, she's having a cheese and pickle sandwich on her own in a big field. Oh, the risk. Let's fucking nick her, right? You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say, maybe, sorry, there's been a muddler, here's a voucher, eat out to help out. Out you go. Everyone inside. Everyone inside. I know a lot of the ladies were disappointed when they found out what eat out to help out actually meant. There's Claire. Ty, if you'd like to come through. It's time to do our bit for the pandemic. It's free chicken, you silly cow. Put your knickers on, for fuck's sake. We're going Nando's. Oh, I lit a couple of Joe Malone candles. Give it a nosh, don't be tight. Oh, no. It was good, we recovered. Love, I'm not saying wanky, because we are British, and I know we struggle to talk about things like that, but it was the relationships that got us through. Do you know, I've been doing stand-up tours for about over a decade, and a new type of couple started cropping up in the front row. Normally my instinct is like, right, they're a couple, they're mates. You'll see 2 blokes or 2 women and I'll think, they're sisters, or are they a couple? Do you know who they are? Neighbours. It's a weird, people that were single and had nothing but that fence and that there's a new type of bond that's come out of what we went through. How lovely is that? Any form of relationship was like nectar, like oxygen, wasn't it? Difficult for the couples in long-term relationship. The single person across the road was going, I wish I had someone. I wish I was a couple like these two. And that couple were thinking, you lucky fucking cow. Batteries piling up in the front garden, girls, yeah? Being in a sling by lockdown 2. Do you know what I felt sorry for? The couples that met just before it all happened. Anyone fall in love sort of January 2020, around that time? It was tough. So your options were isolate separately and ruin a burgeoning relationship, or lock down together and move in early and have no honeymoon period. What did you go for? Moved in, right? And right, clearly, still together? There we go, worked out. But you missed an important 6 months. You know where you don't want to be around each other's body functions and intimacy for those first years. It's the perfect love object. Do you remember fancying someone so much, girls, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to swallow this mouthful of food. What if I've got an ugly food swallow and he dumps me? Right? Do you remember lads having a mouthful of wine and waiting for the music to be loud enough so you go, do you remember like fancying someone so much you didn't want them to think you had body functions? Were you too shy to even poo at a new girlfriend or boyfriend's house? Do you remember that? There's no poo in me, just Baudelaire and Beaujolais. I don't even have a bumhole, I've evolved it away, right? Do you remember that, lads? So I was like, I'm just gonna pop home, get some more clothes, Claire. I'll be back with some more lube, couple of sex toys, and fucking hell. Give me a hug before you leave. Don't fucking touch me, please. I've got a right Rottweiler's tail here. How do we get from that point where we fancy someone so much that we don't want to think that we've got a body function? How do we get from that to the point where your partner farts in the kitchen and you think they're speaking to you? That's a low moment, isn't it? What was that? Did you call me, Ty? Did you call me? Did you call? You just answered my arsehole, you silly cow. Is that what we come to, Claire? No. No, there was the couples. I don't know if it was like me and Lindsay. we actually got through it, and we were like, oh my God, we actually got on. Did anyone have that experience? But obviously you bickered a bit, but you were surprised that you didn't kill each other locked down. It was weird, isn't it? That's when you know you're in a good relationship. Do you know why it is? Because the shit has never properly hit the fan culturally before. And when it does, that's when you realise why you're together. You think you're together because, oh, he makes me laugh, he's kind, oh, I love her, I fancy. No. You're together because that person has what you need on a deep fucking level that'll get you all the way into your 90s, right? But you just never get to test it. Who wants to test it? It's just sitting there underneath. And that's what COVID, you're like, shit, man, I'm down, she's up, I'm lazy, she's energetic, I'm resourceful, all the shit you need, the other person had. Boom, solved. The only thing that was difficult to keep on track was the old love life, because the hair was all out of control. Have you got kids, you two? You got kids? Anyone got sort of younger kids under 10? Who's got kids under 10? Oh, you have, you two. What's your name, darling? Andy? Candy? What are you, a porn star or something? So, I'm going, yeah, fuck you. And, what's your name? Willy Wonka? And, what is it? Mitch and Candy. It does sound like an OnlyFans, doesn't it? No, but Mitch and Candy, you got little ones. How many you got under 10? 2. So, lockdown 1, if you remember, we were all locked down March 26th, you'll remember that, but you might not remember, but the schools stayed open. Bizarre. So, it's so dangerous you can't leave your house, but send your little ones in. Did you send yours in or not? Me neither, right? You were like, excuse me, Mitch, I don't give a shit. Get back in the lounge, kids. Arrest me if you fucking like, right? You're telling me this virus is so dangerous, the country's closing down, and you want me to send my babies into school? Absolutely no way. Arrest me if you like. My babies are staying here when they're safe. Bit different March 2021, wasn't it, eh? There's an Ebola outbreak. The headmaster's dressed as Jimmy Savile. In you go, you little shit. In you fucking go. Bit different, wasn't it? But even a beautiful couple like this, clearly in love, 2 young children, bossing it in the front row tonight, they would have struggled, just like every couple in this did, to keep the romance alive. And the British couples do exactly what the Italian couples do, what the American couples do, and that is to have a night away together, boutique hotel, dirty night away, get the relationship back on track. Works beautifully if you're Italian, works if you're American, does not work for a single British. How many British couples in this room did that night away and it didn't work out and it was a bit of a disaster? Every one of you is the answer. Do you know why? Eat too much, drink too much, nothing happens, spoil the night. That is the British way. Yeah? Eat too much, drink too much, nothing. That'll be something tonight. You'll be having that night. You've already drunk too much, you'll spoil it. Nothing will happen, ruin the night. It is the British way. Italian people, we drink and eat moderately. We enjoy medium amounts. We make a love until the morning. It's no problem. Right? British people, you go check into the boutique hotel, right, Mitch? I'll check to see. All right, Candy, I've upgraded us to the suite. We can't afford that, Mitch. Don't you fucking worry about what we can afford. Mitch, what's got into you? Get upstairs, you dirty cow. Mitch, oh my God. The night starts with such promise. But if you look behind you on the stairs, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see the seeds of your destruction already there. Your partner carrying minimum 4 Aperol Spritz to get ready to, yeah? Minimum. You're already not going to have sex. It's too much alcohol. Why do we do it in Britain? Do you know the technical reason, Francesco? We like to be cunted before we leave the house, that's why. That's the technical description. Sorry for the language, but sometimes it's the most appropriate word. Go into the room, what happens next? All of the beers out of the fridge, all drunk. When she's in the shower, biscuits from around the kettle tie, down them. The night's already spoiled. And the lies we tell each other. Candy, you're like that. I would not want to be you, little baby boy. Drunken love. No touching till later. Yeah? Look at that dress. Look how nice it is. Hey, look at that, Candy. 3 Klarna payments, you'll own that. 3 Klarnas, you'll own it. That's yours in free. Mitch is in the shower having a gentleman's wash. I believe in miracles. Hope you're having a full shower. Yeah, of course I am, babe. Out, down to dinner. You know where you have the restaurant underneath the hotel room? That's the dream, innit? But you've already got cocktail at the bar, table's not ready. Sit down at the table. Night's already spoiled, yeah? Drunk too much. We'll have a bottle of wine each. She wants fish, I want meat. 1 red, 1 white. You don't have to drink all of it, do you? But you fucking will. Now, at this point, if you are British, there is still the outside chance of drunken lovemaking later on, which can be fantastic, let's not deny it. That you have to get over the hurdle of not stuffing too much food, where your all-inclusive switch has been triggered. Because I don't care, most people in this room could probably enjoy drunken lovemaking. There's no one in this room that enjoys bloated lovemaking. Not one. Oh yeah, once I'm full of bread, oh that's fucking boner material. No, not one. And that is your first challenge on your night away. When you're sat at that table, no bread. Whatever you do, refuse the no bread, no thank you, no Candy is, put it this way, she'll be leaving on the stand stair lift in the morning, right? We're gonna have a bit of a night. Then you see it, Candy. It's artisanally baked in a Surrey village, fucking sesame seeds, honey. Oh, the smell of that. Oh, it's like the butter whipped up, like a little bit of ice cream. Fucking taste. Oh, you dirty cow. Put it on your tits, Candy. That's it. Done the lot. Gone. Fuck. Wine. Done. Already stuffed. Stuffed already. On bread. You know when you're not even hungry when the starter comes up because you've eaten so much bread? Half the wine's gone. Slow down. It's so fucking low. Smash the starters, that's just a bit of muggy cress, isn't it? For mugs, right? Smash the cress, but then, do you know when you order just to taste the sides? We'll get our mains, can't we get a mac and cheese just to taste it? You go, right, gone, whole mac and cheese. 3 types of fry, like Henry VIII now, fucking swan wing, right? That's it, another wine, yeah, done the bottles, you get extra glass, it's already game over, fucked. Remembering Andrews from when you were a kid, wishing you had some. No dessert. You don't need it, do you? You've had no dessert. We definitely. But they're handmade, little handcrafted. I'll tell you what we'll do, Mitch. We'll get 1 dessert, 2 spoons. Yeah? Yeah, and that's when you do turn into like pigs at the trough. That's my profiterole, roll, you fat bitch. Smash the desserts, limoncello, get the bill, game over. That's it. Right. And this is when the lies really start, don't they, Ty? Yeah? Go on in upstairs, you take it. Go on. Oh, you're going to get it? You really are? No one's getting anything. I hope you've taken a couple of ibuprofen to numb up, because I'm going to be like a sewing machine in a power surge. Right? You know what you're both thinking about? The Netflix series you're halfway through that you could watch cuddling in the dark. That's what you'd like to do. Cuddle and watch telly in the dark. But no one wants to say it. It's worse for you girls, isn't it? You know when you get that bloated sweat on, you're like, I need some fresh air and a cup of tea. I can't be touched, I'm sorry, but if anything goes near my face, that's what it's like, isn't it? No, Ty, no, Ty, no, I'm sorry, no. Please! You know when your voice goes up by accident, lads? Please! Like you're about 6 or something. Into the bedroom and you fall asleep. As you go into that bed, it's the most you know the bedding's cold but you're warm. Goose feather, about 4,000 tog. You slide in like a piece of ham, like a bit of Roman pottery at the bottom of it. And you fall asleep with the same sentence every time. Should we do it in the morning? Yeah, good idea. Never do though. You never do. Not that you can. It's not like, if we went to Francesco's like home village, right, and we had a dirty weekend there, you can have a bit of morning lovemaking, can't you? Do you know why? Because Italian breakfasts are so romantic. A tiny bit of artisanal ham, with some tiny pastries, a sip of espresso, acqua frizzante, the food of lovemaking. You're like back to the hotel room. Can't do that, Ty, if you had a dirty weekend away in an English B&B, can you? As soon as I've had this egg, bacon, bubble, fried slice, liver and chips, I'll give you such a fucking seeing to you'll land in Watford, dirty cow. Right? No, not the same. Not the same. Cup of tea, the least romantic drink on the planet. Pot of tea, each. And if you do attempt morning lovemaking, it is inevitably spoiled by this noise. I say, what's that noise? Just carry on, Ty. What's that? One of you have got tea belly, where you've drunk so much tea. It's just the pipes, it's not the pipes, it's you silly cow. How much tea did you? I'll go on top, is that any better? Fucking worse. Imagine Nish Kumar doing that one. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't ever run out. What I do is I run out of time rather than things. The reason I ever stop watching is the amount of words that I use in 70 minutes, right? Is enough. Trust me. I'm the only comedian I know where the audience go, I was tired watching you, right? And I've learned 70 minutes of absolute machine gunning is enough for me, and I'm fucked anyway, right? John Bishop, I've been backstage with him, loads of energy after a full show. Lucky bastard, he's like, joke number 1, joke number 2, right? I'll just have a short break and recover, right? I'm like laying in a bath of Barocca while Pete feeds me yogurt for about 2 hours, shivering. Plus, most of you need a slash. Most of the men are like, please, mate, I've got crystals now. Look at Ty's, like, my back teeth are floating, you little mug, right? The women have got stronger bladders. You know, you've got twice the size bladder. It's something to do with carrying baby. You just do one power piss at the end. I've cracked the pan. No, but we are done. We are done. Listen, this tour's finished. I've never written a show. I've only ever written a show, just the funny as fuck, about my family or my dad, Lord love him, or Lindsay, or about what's going on currently. I've never written about a thing before. It's not really my bag. And it's coming to an end now. And they'll be back to normal services will resume next time around. But I'm worried about losing the little magical part of the COVID bit. And it's not all the stuff you think, like clapping together and coming together and all that shit. It's an appreciation for things like this. I've cruised for decades. Do you remember the first walk out, if you were locked down and then you went out? Remember, we were locked down, right, you can go for a walk in the park. Do you remember that time? Do you know what's weird about that walk when I mention it now? How clearly you're remembering it. I can remember the colour of the trees. There's Mr. Squirrel, like we'd just been bored. Oh, look, it's Dogshit Alley. No, it's not, it's Hopscotch. Look at that. Ordnance Road is lovely, right? And What it was, something fundamental was taken away and given back. Now, I'm not praising the incompetent twats that locked us in at the wrong moment for 2. I'm not praising that. I'm praising us for realising how lucky we are to have our health, if we've got it in this room, and to walk through the world in a park and be with someone you care about. I never even thought about that. Now, that might sound wanky and Californian. It's not. Listen, you got 90 years here if you're lucky, and it's gonna go like that. Why not now and again go, God, I'm a lucky fucker, aren't I? Everyone got something to be lucky about. You know, that first meal out, when you did the eat out to help out meal, right? When you went out, well, how exciting was it? You two, how long have you been together? 42, and I bet you were like that. Put a fucking suit on, right? Get a dress on, babe. It's Weatherspoons. Oh, I don't give a shit, Sharon. We are going to the spoons. I don't know what a QR code is, but I'm gonna have 2 of them. They sound fucking delicious, right? What a gift. What a gift to be given 18-year-old eyes and to feel excited about going out for dinner again. Don't slip back into your old ways. Switch on the news. Look at fucking Syria and Ukraine. I know it's not perfect here, but you can fucking go for a Nando's tomorrow if you want and not get shot through the fucking head. It's not that bad here, do you know what I mean? Right? Don't let those pass you by. Do you know the only other people I've met that have got this sort of post-COVID appreciation? People that have beat cancer. They're the only people I've met. They live every day. They suck the marrow and cell from every time their kid's hand or their grandkid's hand touches their hand, they remember that imprint. It's not just a handhold, it goes in. Just learn a bit from them, because it's a short time here. Even tonight, some of you are like, why am I so excited about going to the theatre? Nothing to do with me. It's because you haven't done it much for the last couple of years. Where are my tickets? Where am I? They're on your phone. It's not 2007. Oh, yeah. Then you go. If you're lucky enough to be able to afford a holiday, don't go to the airport like you're in your 50s or 60s. Go like you're this young man. He goes dancing around his hand luggage. Come on, lads. Anything can happen. Keep that philosophy. And if this is the real trick, the person next to you, right? You've probably seen too much of them in the last couple of years. Things might have been said, things might have been done. But the trick is to bottle that newness, that novelty, and try and project it onto them. Because if you're really lucky, sat next to you tonight will be someone that could have been taken away and wasn't. That's my new normal. London Palladium, thank you very much. Good night.
Watching bin over the remove your brassiere from the door. Don't display your brassiere, girl. And the soaking wet down in the hall. Don't leave damn stains, baby. Retrieve your G-string from the floor. Believe those songs deserve more. I'm in the wicker basket. Drop booty cover, baby, get those panties picked. This ain't no shady, maybe all your niggas keep me miffed. Those boobies need a holder filed in their rifle crib. Need to fix it, and just like you, I'm gonna get it lit.